Hello, and welcome to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Today's story may touch a nerve for some of you, because it's not just about fame, or success, or what we see on red carpets. It's about the quiet conflicts behind the curtains, the ones that even the most beautiful love stories have to face. We're talking about Fahriye, the actress whose elegance and sincerity have earned her a place in the hearts of millions. But this time, we're not focusing on her screen roles. We're looking deeper, at her journey as a woman, a wife, and a mother navigating the complexities of love, family, and expectations. Before we dive in, don't forget to support this channel by subscribing and liking this video. Let's get into the full story. Years ago, when Fahriye and Burak first appeared in public together, many fans celebrated. They looked like the perfect match, two stunning, successful people who seemed to glow even brighter when they were together. Their chemistry was undeniable, both on and off screen. For many, they were the embodiment of a modern fairy tale. But not everyone was celebrating. Behind the scenes, there were whispers, particularly about Burak's family. It was rumored that his relatives, especially some older members, were skeptical. Not about Fahriye's character, but about whether she was truly right for their son. At first, these were just rumors. But over time, they began to take shape. Despite the growing tension, Burak stood firm. He wasn't just in love, he was committed. To the relationship. To the woman. And eventually, that commitment led to one of the most talked about celebrity weddings in Turkey. The wedding itself was a grand affair, romantic, elegant, and filled with joy. It was clear that Fahriye had poured her heart into it. Every detail reflected her personal touch. From the flowers to the music, to the dress she wore, everything was built around love. And for a time, it seemed like the fairy tale was complete. Fahriye and Burak began building a life together. She received offers for new roles. He continued to grow his career. And then, came motherhood. For Fahriye, becoming a mother changed everything. She didn't retreat from the spotlight, she simply shifted her focus. Suddenly, red carpets seemed less important than night feedings and story time. Auditions gave way to quiet afternoons at home. The elegant actress turned into a protective, deeply present mother, and her fans saw a softer, even more admirable side of her. But just when things seemed calm, the family tension returned. According to sources close to the couple, a conflict arose between Fahriye and Burak's family not long after the wedding. More specifically, it was said that Burak's older sister used language that deeply hurt Fahriye. The content of the words wasn't publicly revealed, but the emotional impact was obvious. Fahriye began withdrawing slightly from family gatherings. Subtle changes appeared in her body language during public appearances. The warmth between her and some of Burak's relatives seemed strained. Burak, meanwhile, was caught in the middle. He loves his wife. That much has always been clear. But he also values family. For a man raised in a traditional Turkish household, that balance is difficult. How do you honor your family while protecting your partner from emotional harm? Rumors suggest that Burak did everything he could to keep the peace, that he had private conversations, tried to build bridges, tried to make everyone feel heard. But sometimes, love alone isn't enough to resolve deep-seated tension. Some reports even claim that Burak's mother, once a silent figure in this story, attempted to intervene in the marriage. Whether this was out of concern, control, or cultural expectations is unclear. But one thing is certain, Fahriye felt it. And it hurt. Now, let's pause for a moment and reflect on what this means. To outsiders, it's easy to say, they're rich. They're beautiful. What do they have to worry about? But love isn't immune to family politics. And even the strongest marriages can struggle under the weight of unspoken judgments, passive aggression, and old-fashioned beliefs. What's remarkable, though, is how Fahriye handled it. She never went public. She never played the victim. She didn't write cryptic captions or unfollow people on social media. Instead, she did what strong women often do, she focused on her child, her home, and her inner peace. She began posting images of quiet family moments. Her child's tiny hand. Books she was reading. Walks in nature. It wasn't about proving anything. It was about reclaiming space. And her fans noticed. They began sending her messages of support. Sharing their own stories. Talking about how hard it is to be accepted by a partner's family. Especially as a woman. Especially when you're in the spotlight. And yet, despite the emotional cost, Fahriye and Burak are still together. Still strong. Still showing up for each other. Because sometimes love isn't just about passion or attraction. It's about choosing each other, again and again, in the face of challenge. We don't know if the family conflict has been resolved. We don't know what private conversations are still happening behind closed doors. But we do know this. Fahriye is not a woman who breaks easily. And Burak is not a man who walks away when things get complicated. Their story reminds us that even the most beautiful couples have their storms, but what makes them inspiring is not perfection. It's perseverance. So as Fahriye steps into this next chapter, whether that includes new roles, or simply more time being a mother, we'll be watching, and supporting, from afar. And perhaps, in time, the family wounds will heal. Perhaps the love that brought them together will be strong enough to bring everyone else along too. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you were touched by this story, or if it reminded you of your own, please consider subscribing. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, be kind. We never know what quiet battles others are fighting. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open-hearted, and keep believing in love, even when it's tested. Take care, and goodbye for now.